Insert bingo card joke. It seems that the latest collab between industry giants, I don't know if Aardman's a giant, they're very well known, whatever, Pokémon cross Aardman. Pokémon and Aardman. Aardman is, of course, the studio responsible for, most famously, Wallace and Gromit, but a lot of other great stuff too, including Chicken Run, one of my favorite animated movies. And of course, especially if you're in the UK, Wallace and Gromit, they're national treasures, they're icons. And the Wallace and Gromit shorts, they are they're genuinely, they are exquisite pieces of art. They really are. I have so much appreciation for Wallace and Gromit. And of course, there's a new one coming out, Murder Most Foul. Pretty excited. Point is though, they're teaming up with Pokemon. They're doing some sort of Pokemon related thing. And we're going to get, presumably, I mean, you could tell the little teaser here. It's really just a stop motion Pokeball, and that's it. That's really all we get. But it's good because it at least confirms. I mean, I'm gonna go as far as to say it does confirm that this will be a stop motion project. Now, this is not quite as surprising as it could have been because Pokemon already collaborated with the company that, what are they called? I have a computer. I'll just look it up right now. Dwarf Studio. Dwarf Studio is the company who did the show Rilakuma and Kaoru. If you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix, and it's really cute. It's incredibly cute, like really super incredibly charming stop motion. And so that company did Pokemon Concierge, which I still haven't gotten around. It's one of those things where you really, if you want to experience something enough, you put it on the back burner because you want to be in the right mood. I really do want to watch it, but like from what I have seen of Pokemon Concierge, it's so cute. It's all of the charm of Rilakuma and Kaoru, but in Pokemon. So yeah, all that to say, we've already kind of had our stop motion Pokemon thing. So it's kind of funny that they're doing another one. I don't know, like they're going with another primarily stop motion studio to do some sort of stop motion Pokemon thing. So yeah, I don't know. It does make it very slightly less surprising, but no less exciting because it's Pokemon. It's grown so much bigger than just the games. And I like the games fine. Obviously, I have criticisms and whatnot, but like I still just love Pokemon. I love just the world of Pokemon. It's all very nostalgic and very like good feelings. So I love this kind of stuff. I love these kinds of, especially like animated projects. I love it when just give us a different view of the Pokemon world. If you animate it in a cute way, that's gonna tickle my nostalgia bone even more. It's gonna make me feel even more warm and fuzzy about these classic Pokemon characters. So any expansion of that world, any new kind of animated project like that, especially one that's unusual, that's not just like a regular like anime 2D animated thing, I'm there. I'm very interested. Now, we do have to wonder though, what Pokemon cross Aardman might look like, because Aardman has, they've done a lot of different stuff, and they've done like plenty of commercial work for other companies too, and they are capable of creating characters that aren't quite in their own unique style, but most of their projects, the characters have a style, and I think I'm not the only person who saw this announcement and imagined a bunch of Pokemon with the big mouth, with the cheeks protruding out. That's the Wallace and Gromit style. They do it in most of their stuff with the big teeth, much like a Pikachu walking around with the big mouth. All the Pokemon have the big mouth. It's not gonna look like that. That is what I imagine though. But like, it really does call into question, what will it do? What will it accomplish? What's the tone gonna be? Because we already have Rilakuma and Kaoru people working. We already have Pokemon Concierge. We already have a Pokemon show in the style of this other show, and it's just that style fit Pokemon really well, because it's just very gentle and very sweet, and especially setting it like at a resort, it was really perfect. It was a really like perfect meshing of styles. But when I hear Pokémon and Aardman, I don't like, it doesn't make as much sense immediately. The previous one, Concierge, that was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I see it. You don't even need to show me a screenshot. I can see it in my head. And it turned out exactly the way I could see in my head. I can't see this in my head. I don't know what they're gonna go for. Is it gonna be more comedic? Because that's mainly what Aardman does. They do funny. They do comedy primarily. How much might this actually channel the spirit of Wallace and Gromit? You know, like how much Wallace and Gromit DNA might actually make it into this project? I really don't know. And I am fascinated. I'm absolutely fascinated. I'm so curious to know how this turns out. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, I don't know why they revealed it now. I really don't know why. Why would you reveal something and say it's coming in 3 years? Why would you do that? Really, that's all the information they have. They put out the thing. It was just a little thing. It was the animated Pokeball. It's like 11 seconds long. And it just says, Pokemon X Aardman coming in 2027. 2027! Now, at the very least, telling us that it's going to take this long makes me feel pretty confident that it's not just going to be like a little one and done. You know, like sometimes companies will team up and they'll just do like a little promotional thing. They'll give us like a 1 minute long short or something. Clearly, this is not going to be that. We don't know if it's going to be, I mean, if it was a movie, they'd probably tell us if it was going to be a movie. It could be, you know, a short movie. It could be, you know, kind of like Wallace and Gromit. They're like a half hour long. A short, it could be a show. It could be another show. You know, it's not going to be like a long show or anything, but I don't know. The fact that they need 3 years to work on it, or, you know, 2 and change or whatever, it does suggest that it's a pretty sizable project. We will get a pretty good amount of whatever this Pokemon X Aardman thing ends up being. But yeah, unfortunately, they just really didn't share any more info. We just have little like bits from press releases and stuff, you know, various people working on the projects. Oh, it's an, you know, people are in for a treat. It's an honor to be working with this company. And then that company is like, well, it's an honor to be working with that company. You know, they're all very, what is it, the press release? The collaboration will see Aardman bringing their unique style of storytelling to the Pokemon universe in brand new adventures. Okay, adventures. That's a thing. So likely a show. Or maybe a series of shorts. I don't know. I really don't know. But they're excited about it. And that's cool. And I like that. To me, this is the kind of thing that feels very inspired. You know, it really does. Going with a collaboration that immediately makes sense is fine. It's absolutely fine in its own way. But with a collaboration like this, Pokémon and Aardman, you know that there were real conversations there. You know, there were more than one persons who really genuinely thought this was just a really cool idea, and they really wanted to do this. To me, I don't know, it seems like a work of passion, for lack of a better word. And they're confident enough in the project to announce it 3 years ahead of time, to give us an actual year, 2027. People aren't even confident enough to, like, games 2026. Like, usually if it's like gonna be more than the next year, you don't even say the year, but nope, there it is. 2027 is when this thing is coming out. Whatever it's gonna be. I don't know. You sound confident. You sound confident in a Pokemon Aardman thing. It's whatever it is coming out in 2027. All right. I am here for it. And I will echo the sentiment that I have seen around, that even if this ends up being literally nothing more than just Pokemon creature comforts, I'm there. I'd be fine with that. It doesn't even need to be adventures. I don't even care. Creature comforts, if you haven't seen it, it's one of the oldest Aardman productions. They just like record people and kids and stuff, just kind of like chatting about stuff, but then they animate it where it's like animals saying these things. So, you know, you take bits of conversation out of context and, oh, it's funny because pigeons are saying it. I don't know. It's really funny. and I would take that, but it's just creature comforts, but Pokemon. You just have these like recorded conversations, but animate Pokemon like they're doing. I'd be, that's more than enough. It is also worth mentioning all of the conversation that I have seen surrounding this project is all very, very funny. Just all the Wallace and Gromit jokes you can possibly put in there. Let's see, what's the top comment on the article? Cracking chestpin Gromit. Gold right there. It's the wrong Tropius Gromit. Give me some more in the comments of this video. Just make the whole entire comment just jokes about Wallace and Gromit and Pokemon, please. They don't even have to be funny. Just do it.